Hello, and I'm here to give my honest opinion on NASCAR Heat 2. It's been 2 weeks since the release of NASCAR Heat 2, and I've been playing this game a lot, and I've been trying to take everything in and give my completely honest opinion on the game. I will say it's an improvement over NASCAR Heat Evolution. A big improvement. With the addition of all three series, the physics are fixed somewhat. I'll get to that later. The car sounds are better, but still need work. The graphics are better. I mean, the graphics are fine with me. Not that big on graphics. So, we have a new career mode in the game, where you start in the truck series in hot seats. I don't think you can buy your own team or anything, but basically you take over other people's rides. So, like, say you take over you can take over Matt Crafton's ride in the truck series. Of whatever team offers you a ride at the end of the your rookie season or whatever, where you get like different hot seats. Whatever team you choose, you can choose that team to race for a championship. Or you can actually use your custom car on that team. So you can see here I'm running the 99 Ford for Brad Keselowski Racing instead of running one of the Brad Keselowski Racing cars. So career mode is pretty fun. I will say this though, sometimes the difficulty is a bit too easy. I'm on Legend difficulty, the highest there is, and sometimes it's a bit too easy. But for the most part, the AI are pretty challenging. I don't like the fact, though, that you get money in the game and the money does absolutely nothing. Like, I don't know why. You can create custom cars in this game, but you can only choose from 3 numbers, which is kind of annoying. You get like the 8, 28, and 99, which is really stupid. I mean, they said it was because of, like, issues with putting numbers. They said it was like because people own these numbers. How can you own a number? How can you own a number? I mean, that's stupid. Anyway, I don't know, some legal bullcrap. That's annoying. You can create custom cars, but you can only use certain templates, so you can't really do much. But that's whatever. The driving, it's pretty fun to race with the AI. Sometimes they make stupid decisions, though. Like, I don't think they're as spread out as they should be on mile-and-a-half tracks like Kentucky, Michigan. Even though Michigan's not a mile and a half, but on normal tracks like, Atlanta, Charlotte, Texas, the AIs are still all bunched up after a few laps. Which I don't think is right, because they usually spread out. You know, the leader doesn't get more than like a half-second lead. Rarely do I even see that. So that needs to be addressed, I think. The AI do stupid things sometimes, like they make a weird line down the straightaway. Like to go all the way to the bottom, like almost on the apron down the backstretch, when there's nobody around. Like, I don't know why they do that, but I think that's kind of stupid. But for the most part, the AI are improved, and they're actually pretty fun to race. The online, I don't know. It's good if you have people that know how to race clean, but for the most part, nobody knows how to hold a line. So doing any type of racing at any plate track is just impossible unless they know how to hold a line, which they usually don't. And the AI is usually laggy and glitchy sometimes. And people were saying, why don't you enable single car cautions? Because when a caution comes out in this game, it's usually for 2 cars or more, and not for a single car spin. I think that should be a thing in offline. You know, if it's a 1 car spin, you should have that be a caution in offline. But online, no. No way should you have single car spins be online to cause a caution. Because that would just mean some squeaker would get butthurt and just spin out whenever he's behind to cause a caution. It's, oh my gosh, I can't win! So, yeah, don't do that for online. Just stick to the 2 cars or more, which happens every single lap anyway, if there's cautions on online. The racing overall, all 3 series, is pretty fun. You got the new tracks and everything. The AI, or I don't know on road course, because I haven't really tried it yet, so I can't really say. I've played them on like Mid-Ohio, I think, and they weren't too bad. I mean, I suck at road courses, but the graphics on the road courses aren't that good, I'll be honest. But I don't really care. Now, other things we're going to talk about. Pros for the game. Huge improvement. All 3 series and everything. Big improvement. But there are some basic things that you need to fix. First of all, custom button assignments. I hate having R1 and L1 being the shift buttons. I want to be able to change those. Like, seriously, I want to be able to make, like, you know, or even not even have R2 be the accelerator. I mean, if I always use R2, but some people like to change it. Maybe they use X, or maybe they use the right analog stick or something. So I would like to have custom button assignments, or at least different configurations. One thing I would love to see, like, this is really stupid, but I would love to see this. So, if you're not using the D-pad for anything, if you're a host in an online lobby, I think this is what you could use the D-pad for. Have an option to, if you push the D-pad, to bring up the lobby list of players. And if somebody's causing a lot of trouble, like just going backwards or wrecking people or anything, you have the option to kick them mid-race. If you're the host. You can do it while you're driving, so you don't have to stop. I think that would be a really cool option, even though I think most people would abuse it. They just troll and say, "Oh, I'm gonna kick you if you're leading." But I think that would be interesting to have. Cautions, I think, need to be a bit more sensitive. And also, you need caution replays. That is one of the biggest things that you need. Or at least have the option in replays, like what we're seeing right here, to switch between cars during the replay. Like if I want to spectate, say, someone in the back, I can do that, but I can't. I can only spectate myself. I would like the option to spectate other cars in the race, so I can at least see, like, after the race, what caused that caution in the middle of the race, or a big wreck. You can see it from different angles, like they did in the Daytona games. You're the same company, it's the same people working in it that did that, and only 15 years after that game, and we've got a whole new system, way more powerful than a PS2. Why in the world can't we change views, you know, change players in replays? So that's another request. What is another one I was thinking of? Oh yeah, career mode is good, but it could use work. I would like to buy my own team. You know, maybe go back to that. I think that'd be pretty cool, to buy your own race team for, like, Xfinity and hire drivers and stuff. That'd be pretty cool. But down the road, I mean, what you got now is fine. Overall, it's a pretty solid game, but it still needs work. The engine sounds are decent. The graphics are decent. But online does need work. It needs to be more stable. And there's multiple people on the track. And that's about it. Other than that, I really have no other complaints. Maybe an option to look back instead of the mirror. I think that would be cool, to have an option to look back. I don't really care about a 360 cam, but being able to look behind you while you're driving I think that would be pretty cool, instead of having just the mirror. Anyways, that is about it. Overall, online needs work. Offline is pretty good, and the AIs need a little bit of tweaking, like I said earlier. But it's minor things. And there's nothing major or anything that you need to fix, other than like the little things I said earlier about the buttons and everything. But other than that, it seems like a pretty solid game. Also, one more thing, I forgot. One more thing. Fix the issue with stage racing when you pit under caution, that you don't lose like 20 spots every time you pit. That would be great. And that's honestly something you really would actually have to fix. Other than that, it's a pretty good game. Solid. It's a 7.5 out of 10. So, pretty good for a NASCAR game. It's probably the best NASCAR game we've had since NASCAR 06, honestly. Because your Technics games were trash, except for maybe Inside Line. But NASCAR 09 was okay. NASCAR 08 was trash. But this is the best NASCAR game we've had in 10 years. So anyway, that's my honest opinion. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later.